I've been wanting to do the tailstock upgrade from this nut to the lever action. My package came from the little machine shop and I'm ready to do it. Let's get into that. I've got all the stuff out of the box. Seems like everything's there. The only thing I didn't have is a transfer punch. I made one on my lathe. What I need to do is remove the clamping foot, place this in the correct place, and transfer this hole so I can drill through here. Take the clamping foot off. This thing needs to be in line with this rib right here. That's where the hole's going through, right through the center of this. So they tell you to put a washer on here and mark the center of it. It's obvious that the thing is in the center of this rib. So I'll have to eyeball that and center punch it. The first thing I noticed was this surface right here that this sits on is not level. But they say that if you do what they tell you, this will work. All right, I believe it's centered. It made the ever so slight mark. I don't even know if you could see that, but I'm going to have to take another punch and put a better center punch in there. I have this tailstock sitting on some 1, 2, 3 blocks to make it more rigid. I've kind of found the center of that thing. You may be able to see that now. All right, I have the spot punched with the center mark. They tell you to use a drill motor and keep sizing the drill larger and larger until you get up to a 1/2 inch hole in there. I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to use my wiggler in my milling machine. Probably put a spotting drill in there to pick that up then. And just go for a 1/2 inch drill through. Let's get over to the mill. Okay, I'm over at the mill, and I don't know if you can see this, but I had to put special parallels and blocks and stuff in there to keep this tailstock level so I can drill the hole straight. I'm going to bring the camera in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. I have the spindle going about 800 RPMs, and I'm going to straighten this wiggler out and then start trying to find the center of that punch mark. I think I have it centered. Sure looks like it. I'm going to put my spotting drill in there. I don't use center drills. Spotting drills, I think, are much better. Let's do that. Turns out my spotting drill was not long enough to get past this casting. I have this drill mill. It has a 60-degree point on it, which will be fine for going into that spot. Looks like it hit right on that spot, which I was going for. I'm going to switch over to the 1/2-inch drill. Like I said, I have this thing going 800 RPMs, which should be about right for this. Okay, here it goes. Beautiful hole. Okay, I have the hole through there. It's a nice, clean 1/2-inch hole. Nice and snug. Let's see. First thing I have to do is put this handle on here. The lever, I should say. And then I have to insert these. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer so you can watch what I'm doing. Next thing that happens is I put the retaining ring on there. This is a pain in the ass. When you read the instructions, they tell you if you don't have snap ring pliers, it's time to get some. And from what I just experienced, even with the snap ring pliers, it isn't the easiest thing to do. Next is the other snap ring. Next is your clamping shoe. Okay, I counted those revolutions so that when I have to take it off and put it back on, which I did a couple of times to change this 180 degrees. When I brought this down 1 revolution, it was too loose. When I brought it up a revolution, it was too tight. So they tell you, change this inner part 180 degrees. And I did that. And I counted those revolutions so I don't have to keep going through this over and over. Okay, let's see if it works this time. It does. Well, I guess I accomplished what I was setting out to do. If you're going to do this, get yourself some snap ring pliers. That was a real bitch, even with the snap ring pliers. So it looks like this video is a wrap. So until next time, enjoy.